Yes! Oh, fucking righty. What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on this beautiful Saturday night, July the 1st, 2023. July 4th weekend is upon us, kicking some ass. And I hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend. We got 3 more days to go till the 4th of July. But for some of you, you might have to go back to work on Monday, but I don't. Not till Wednesday, my friend. I'm off for the weekend. Ha-ha! That's that great song. Everybody's doing it for the weekend. So we got all that. Got a big weekend ahead of us. We had Money in the Bank earlier. Very, very interesting pay-per-view. Pretty decent pay-per-view. And I'll get to that in a minute. We got Collision going on right now. I'm not even watching it right now because it's taped, so I'll watch it late. Probably watch it later when it's done because it ends at 10 and I got other things to do. So I'll watch that later, and then I'll do my Collision review later tonight on the Peter Joseph channel, right here on the channel. So you got a triple threat on your Saturday. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so like the video, subscribe. You know what to do, but if this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, you can jump off anytime you want. It is what it is. But if you like the content, you want more, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button down below, in my pants. And subscribe to my other channels as well. And if you're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But if you're gonna be an asshole and you're gonna be a douchebag troll with no fucking life, then get the fuck out of here. Go do something else with your life that's actually productive. Because some of these people have no lives and are not productive. Dead channels with no fucking videos. And they hide behind their fucking computer screens. I don't hide. I show my face. My sexy face. But we move on with that. But if you're new here, leave a comment if you want. You don't have to. It's your preference. And like, share, subscribe, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video. And if you do, well, you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so check out my AEW Dynamite review from earlier in the day. Actually, yesterday. Also, check out my Money in the Bank predictions, which I did earlier today. On TSL number 69. So, the link is down below. And all that good shit. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, as the title below says, it is time for your Money in the Bank review for July 1st, 2023 from the O2 Arena in jolly old England, love. We had some tea and crumpets with the king and all that shit. And Michael Cole and bad news, Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. So, the unusual team of Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, but Wade back in his home country, so it fits. So, all in all, pay-per-view was pretty good, not great, not like Forbidden Door. I'm not being biased, I'm just saying Forbidden Door is a little bit better than Money in the Bank. But got 2 more pay-per-views coming up in July. That's Death Before Dishonor, July the 21st, I believe, on pay-per-view. And we also got Slammiversary coming up for TNA. I forget when that is, but I'm not watching TNA, so I don't care about that. Then July the 30th, NXT Great American Bash. And that's it. And then as we turn over to August, we got August the 5th, SummerSlam from Detroit, Michigan. Should be a great event. And then at the end of August, we got All In 2 for AEW in Wembley Stadium. That's going to be fucking epic. And then the week after that, in September on Labor Day weekend, we will have AEW All Out 4. I don't know if WWE's doing, well, actually, they are doing a pay-per-view in September, but not during that Labor Day weekend, thank the Lord. Payback will be coming back to pay-per-view at the end of September, or around the end of September. So that'll be officially Roman Reigns' 3-year anniversary. Officially, but not cumulatively, but he will hit that August the 27th, I believe. The end of August, he will hit 3 years as champ. Assuming he retains at SummerSlam. But we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so let's start it off. Let's not waste any time because we got other things to do. Gotta eat, gotta do some stuff and eat and, you know, watch a movie later. But, in any case, we move on. Alright, so we start off Money in the Bank with a banger. With the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, we had the hometown boy, Butch, taking on Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, Papa Priest, Damian Priest, Santos Escobar of the LWO, that idiot, social media idiot that I'd love to punch his lights out, Logan Paul, and what we thought was going to be the winner, and that was Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That is a fact of life. And that's it. So this match was great. Great opening match. Lots of spots galore. Logan Paul and Damian Priest tried to team up. That didn't work, obviously, and, you know, they were beating the living shit out of Logan Paul, you know, with the ladder shots, and, putting, Damian Priest almost through the ladder with a big splash and everything. They set up two tables at ringside that were used later on. We had a bridge ladder in the middle of the ring. And Ricochet did a springboard 450 onto Escobar and Butch. And then everything breaks down, and then you know, Eli almost had it. The crowd was going nuts for Eli. And it was just chaotic. We get to the end, and Ricochet and Logan Paul are on the ladders, and then on the ropes, and then Ricochet hits a springboard Spanish fly onto, well, one of the two tables at ringside, and looked like Logan Paul's face was just obliterated, and he landed right on his face. His pretty little face. Aww. I hope it got messed up, because he looks like shit. I look 10 times better than that motherfucker. But anyway, Priest cuts Butch off, but Eli breaks that up. Then he hits Blunt Force Trauma. And then he hits Santos and Nakamura. Oh, he throws Nakamura out of the ring. Then he's all alone, about to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. He has it. He's about to unhook it, but Damian Priest, just in the nick of time, gets there, and he hits a broken arrow off the ladder. Ouch, that was sick. Then he gets right back up like he didn't even get hurt. He climbs the ladder, unhooks the briefcase. We have a new Money in the Bank briefcase winner. That is Papa Priest. So, Poppy Priest in the bank. And there it is. So, match was great. 4 out of 5 stars. Amazing match to start the show. The crowd is great. They loved it. You know, they're not the best crowd in the world. That's New York. New York is always going to be number 1. UK will probably be number 2. Chicago, number 3. Well, actually, Puerto Rico, number 2. UK, number 3. And Chicago, number 4. But always the best crowds in wrestling is New York City. So, just saying. So if you live in another freaking state, in another country, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. From 1980 up till now, New York has always been red hot crowds. Not so much for the WWE lately, but when AEW comes around and Ring of Honor, they are smoking hot. Even when Impact came to New York a couple of times, they were pretty damn good. And I'm just saying, this is my personal opinion. You may not like it, but you will accept it. New York is the greatest wrestling crowd and greatest wrestling city in all of sports entertainment. Not even sports entertainment, it's a sport. Which we all know wrestling is a sport. If you think it's sports entertainment. I'll debate you till the cows come home about how wrestling is a sport. And I will define it as a sport. If you don't believe me, go back to The Gilmore Chronicles, episode 193, I believe. Me and the missus herself defined it as a sport and proved that wrestling is a sport and it's real. The injuries are real. I know it's predetermined and everything, but the injuries are real. If you think it's still fake, then I challenge you to take a bump or a steel chair shot to the head. See how that feels. Yeah, you say it's fake when you wake up in a hospital with a concussion. Just saying. But anyway, let's get back to your Money in the Bank. And that's not what we're time. Alright, so Papa Priest is your winner. And we'll see what he does with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Could cash in later on against Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. Or he teases it a little bit. Maybe he goes after Roman. Because he'll be any champion. So we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, 4 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, let's go quick. After this, match number 2 for the women's tag team belts, we had the Hot Rod, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler taking on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. You had to top that, and they really couldn't top that. Nobody gave 2 shits for this match. But in the end, we get an ankle lock by Ronda at the same time as Shayna put an armbar on Liv Morgan. Well, actually, Liv Morgan got double submission, and then Raquel makes the save. Liv has to escape the cure via clutch, and then knocks Shayna into her own corner, and then Ronda inexplicably tagged herself in. And then she's like, what the, you tagging? Smack the bitch right in the mouth. Which sets up the cue for the clutch on Ronda Rousey. As Liv was like, what the fuck? And then after Shayna basically makes Ronda pass out, Liv picks Ronda up, hits Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. We have new women's tag team champions. Liv and Raquel get the belts back for, I believe, the 2nd time. That was shocking. I didn't think that Raquel and Liv would get the belts back that quick. I thought that, Ronda and Shayna would go maybe till around the Royal Rumble, and then they would turn on each other. Then we would see that at WrestleMania. But my original thought worked. If you remember, long time ago, I came on here and said that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler will win the tag team belts when the whole women's tournament. Remember the women's tag team tournament? Which they did not win, I'm surprised. They didn't win it. I said that they were going to win it from the eventual champions, which they did. And then they would face off probably at SummerSlam. And guess what? We're going to get that at SummerSlam. So, I'm always right. I'm always right. I told you. I told you so. So those of you who think I'm full of shit, that I don't know nothing about wrestling, I've been watching wrestling for 40 years, and I know a thing or two. I might be wrong on a couple of things, but most of the time I'm right. And in this case, I was fucking right. So, just get ready. Ronda versus Shayna at SummerSlam. It's gonna happen. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be surprised. It sets it up so good. That is a SummerSlam worthy match. So if I was Hunter, and thankfully I'm not, but Ronda, Shayna in a fight pit match. Put that in the fight pit. Don't do it one-on-one, no stupid fucking one-on-one garbage match. Put that in the fight pit. Or put it in the Lion's Den. You have to make that an MMA style match. Because if a one-on-one match, you know Shayna's gonna whip that ass. But an MMA match, I would freaking pay to see that. I would fly to freaking Detroit to see that match. What's gonna happen? And it better happen in the fight pit. Because anything else, I do not care. I do not care. Because these two former MMA stars, Shayna's got the experience wrestling-wise. Ronda's garbage in the ring. So, a one-on-one match favors Shayna automatically. So, we'll see what happens with that. But in this match, I gave this match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Congratulations to Liv and Raquel back as champs. Who beats them now? Is it Isla and Alba Fire? Because that's the only tag team left. Or maybe Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. The disco queen. Well, not the disco. The Dancing Fools. But, there's no tag teams. There's no women's tag teams. Except for those two. That's it. So, I don't know what's going to happen with the women's tag team belts. I guess we'll have to see when we get to SummerSlam. And that's all I got to say about that. We move on. Alright, then we see Damian. We hear from him. He doesn't know which title he's going to cash in on. But he's going to become a champion. We'll see. That's that. Alright, match number 3 for the Intercontinental title. We had Walter versus the Weed Man himself, Matt Riddle. Walter got a great ovation from the crowd. Riddle's, ankle and chin were all wrapped up. And Walter had a game plan, and he performed it to a T. He beat the fuck out of Matt Riddle. Riddle got in a couple moves here and there. Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner at ringside really didn't have to do anything. They didn't even need to be there. But in any case, Riddle comes back with a floating bro and then the penalty kick, which was good. Well, he gets chopped down like a freaking tree. And then Walter goes for a splash, gets countered into a triangle choke, but Walter powerbombs his way out of trouble, knocks in a half crab, but that gets broken up. So Walter, in turn, starts fucking chopping at the ankle, and Riddle's screaming like a bitch. And he's like, I tap! So Walter taps out Riddle, and still, your Intercontinental Champion. He's gonna break the Honky Tonk Man's record. He's gonna break it. I don't know who beats him at this point. I was hoping maybe, it can't be Shinsuke because he's on Raw, I believe on Raw. Walter's on Raw too, I think, so it might be Shinsuke. But then again, who knows? Braun Breaker might be going to the main roster. Katie McDonough's on the main roster right now. Cameron Grimes. Depends on, what they want to do and who beats Walter. But I think eventually Walter will lose that belt. And then, the rumors of him winning the Royal Rumble between him and Solo. Then one of them is going to face Roman at Mania and lose. But, we'll see what happens. I just don't think Walter is the guy to beat Roman. I still think it's Braun Breaker. And you're going to make fun, but it's going to be Braun Breaker, most likely. Most likely. Who else could it be? If it's not Braun Breaker, who? Who? You think it's Jay? No. Jimmy? No. Solo? Probably not. Walter? Maybe, but not. I doubt it. So, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, Walter retains, and the match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Drew McIntyre comes back. We all thought he was going to AEW. So he comes back. He's got a new contract and everything. He comes out and lays out Walter with the Claymore. And then he picks up the belt. So I guess we're going to get Walter versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. So maybe Drew becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. Is the one to dethrone Walter. I think it might happen. He's got a good chance, but we'll see what happens with that. I thought he was going to go after the world title with Seth Rollins, or maybe go out against Roman again, but we don't know what happened with Roman. But, well, he looks like he's going after the Intercontinental title again. And he has, like I said, he has a good freaking shot to beat Walter at SummerSlam. So don't be surprised if that is official this coming week on Raw or SmackDown. But good to see Drew back. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get a recap of Cody Rhodes and Dom Dom setting up match number 4. Yeah, Cody! MDK all day, Cody, you bitch! Taking on Dom Dom with Mommy Rhea Ripley at ringside. She was looking... looking so good. Not a great match. I thought that Brock was going to come out and cost Cody the match, because that was the rumor, but sadly, Brock was not there. Sucked. But in the end, I was hoping Dom Dom would win, but unfortunately, after Dom hit the Three Amigos again, his dad Eddie Guerrero, he did it perfectly, but not as good as me, Eddie. I know, Eddie, you do it great, I know. But anyway, he hits that, and goes for the 619, and Cody blocked it, hit the disaster kick, then he hits a Whirlybird Alabama Slam, almost like a bangarang by our good friend Dalton Castle. Then he sets up for the Cody Cutter, then Crossroads, finishes Dom Dom at 6.5 minutes. Match I didn't really give two shits about, so I'm going to give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So, Cody gets the win, but I think we'll see Brock most likely on Raw this Monday night from Baltimore, setting up their match at SummerSlam, their third and final match, which, with this special stipulation, which we don't know yet, but I'm thinking it might be First Blood, because we haven't seen that match in a long time. And it's supposed to be a stipulation that we haven't seen in a while. So, First Blood, Buried Alive, maybe a cage with barbed wire around it. I don't know. But we'll find out in the next month or so where we get to SummerSlam, and that's it. So, Cody gets the win, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we get a special treat for the fans, and we get John Cena! Where did you come from? Should have stayed back in the States there, John. Anyway, so he comes out, gets the crowd going, and, that crap. Says he loves the fans, kissing the fans' ass, basically. And he's like, I want you guys to have a special moment, and I'm here to try to bring WrestleMania to London. The crowd goes, wah! They popped like no other crowd. They're like, yeah, WrestleMania in London, WrestleMania 42! Or 41. Or 43. I mean, I don't really care WrestleMania is in London. I don't care. It's just the Hunter and Vince's way. It's like, AEW is doing a show in Wembley Stadium, and they sold 70,000 tickets. But we're going to top that with WrestleMania and sell 90,000 tickets. And you say there's no competition, right, Vince, you fucking bitch? I'll tell you the truth. If they do WrestleMania in London, in England, I cannot guarantee it, but I bet Night 1 and Night 2 would not even eclipse All In. It would not eclipse it. Because All In is going to be almost as good as Forbidden Door. I'll tell you that right now. But it is what it is. But yeah, so Cena announces that WrestleMania might be coming to London, and kind of officially announces it, but we don't have a date and when. I mean, 40's in, we already know 40's in Philadelphia. 41, I don't think has a date, but there was rumors that it was going to be in Minneapolis and then that where the Vikings play. 42 was supposed to be in Nashville. I think they already announced 42 is in Nashville. So either 41 or 43 will be in London. So they're going to be doing a lot more pay-per-views in international countries, which is nice, but, you know, give some love to you know, the United States for some big as fuck, you know, the big four at least. Can't always have everything else in, you know, Survivor Series and freaking Riyadh, you know. Who wants to see the Survivor Series in Saudi Arabia? No. Or the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia? No. I'd rather have the Royal Rumble where, you know, in Puerto Rico. That's what I would do. But I digress. But it looks like WrestleMania is coming to London. The first pay-per-view since SummerSlam. I was going to say Insurrection, but that was way long ago. That doesn't really count. But, because it wasn't in a big stadium. But, I mean, pay-per-view wise it counts, but stadium wise, no. But if they do it in London, you know it's going to be in Wembley. Because it holds like 90,000 people. So, with extra seating, that's going to be like over 100,000 people at WrestleMania. It's going to feel like the Freddie Mercury tribute concert back in the 90s. We all remember that. Most of you do. With Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Queen, and Def Leppard, and then Bon Jovi, and so many other bands. Great shit. But we'll move on with that. Alright. So then Grayson Waller, he did it. He comes out and kind of kisses up to Cena, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts saying that, oh, Cena, you should be on my show and everything. So Cena's like, I pass. And then Waller decks him from behind, but Cena comes back, hits him with the AA. So I can bet you nothing that Cena will have a match at SummerSlam against Grayson Waller. I hope he loses. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, then we go to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, my third wife, Io, Bayley, give me a hug, and Sabina Vega of the LWO. This was a good match as well. Not as great as the men, but pretty damn good. Lots of spots. At one point, Becky tries to block being cuffed by Io. Brings the ladder between the announcer's table and the apron. It took a long time to do all that. And Becky was taking a long time. Becky hits a manhandle slam on the Trish on the ladder. Ow! And then Zelina Vega goes to the top of the ladder and hits a code red on Zoe. Ow! On a bridge ladder. Scary spot. But both women seem to be okay. Io goes up top. Bayley shoves the ladder over. You bitch. And then Bayley goes up. Becky makes the save. Tries to handcuff Bayley's mouth. What? How can you do that? But in any case, Io breaks that up and cuffs them together through the ladder. And they can't do anything. So Io goes up and takes the briefcase. I told you so since January. Since January, I told you motherfuckers that Io will win Money in the Bank. So, you're welcome. Io wins the case. And I'm telling you right now, Io versus Asuka, or she will cash in on Asuka at SummerSlam. I can't wait for the promos on SmackDown. When Asuka comes out, or with Mommy, you know, Rhea Ripley, because she can cash in on both of them. Or on one of them, you know what I mean. But, man, when Asuka comes out on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday from MSG, don't be surprised if Io comes out and starts talking in Japanese. You know, and then Asuka will go, Baka! Baka, baka, baka! Baka! motherfucker! And then Io would just be like, bitch! That I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait. Io versus Asuka. Woo! Sign me up. I have come. Oh yeah. Can't wait for it. I can't wait. And we move on. Alright. So Io gets the win. Match I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, match number 6 for the world title. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. 7 years in the making. Pretty good match. And then during the end of the match, Papa Priest comes out with a briefcase. Looks like he was about to cash in, but he teased it and caused a distraction, which let Balor hit a pair of coup de grace, but goes for a third one and missed. And Balor started glaring at Damian, which led to Seth Rollins hitting the stomp. 1, 2, 3. He retains the title. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Finn and Priest start yelling at each other. Priest really having nothing to say to Finn Balor. So we'll see what happens on Monday with that. I think Judgment Day is goodbye. Or Priest is going to say, well, fuck you, Finn, and we're going to bring in JD McDonough. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get we get Steve Jericho watching along in the skybox. And then we get to your main event of the evening, Bloodline Civil War. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on Solo and Roman. This was a classic, a great match, but once again, another cinematic type story and ending and everything. Back and forth they went. We get a ref bump. Roman and Jay trading super kicks and Superman punches and spears, and Jay kicked out at near the end, but kicked out at 2 near the end, and then we get a low blow, and then Roman gets not 1, not 2, not 3, like 7,000 super kicks, and then Jay goes up top, hits a superfly splash, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman has finally been pinned after 3.5 years. I was shocked. And that's it. So the Usos win the Bloodline Civil War. Match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Roman is like crying. He's all pissed. He can't believe he just got pinned. So it looks like we're going to see Jay versus Roman for the title at SummerSlam. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the storyline is just building every freaking week, every pay-per-view. It gets more and more exciting, and I love it. So we'll see what happens on SmackDown this Friday night from MSG. Roman's going to be pissed, obviously. So we'll see what happens with that. So all in all, a pretty decent Money in the Bank, and I gave it 7 out of 10 stars. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm out. Peace, bitches.